Hello everybody, my name is Ethan. Welcome back to the Go Battle League, where today we are going to be hopping in right away into the newly brought back Great League. One thing I will mention very briefly is, yes, I'm back making videos. I wanted to get some more content out. I'm so bored of not making content, and I just have to get something out for you guys. And this is it. This is my Great League team that I am going to be running for a little bit of the season this go around, obviously for Great League, and that is for a very good reason. The main reason is I love Serperior. It is one of the most fun mons since Aerial Ace was buffed, getting that energy decrease of the energy cost of the Aerial Ace, and obviously that Frenzy Plant hits so hard in the meta. Now, what is it weak to? Obviously, it's going to be pretty bad against all the fire types. So we got a couple of ground types in the back. Obviously, Steelix also a little bit weak to fire types, not necessarily as weak as Serperior, but I really like this team. It did very, very well for me. I went 22-3, I believe, in my 5 sets with it. It was really, really good. I really did enjoy. You'll see one loss within these games here where it just did not do too great, and that's because the team composition against us was pretty bad. But we are back, and I'm really excited to get back into the groove of making some videos for you guys. So let us break down these next couple of matchups here. Obviously, this one's been a little bit challenging. They had some pretty tanky mons in the back. Obviously, one Pokemon that you are going to want to watch out for almost in every match is going to be the Medicham. The Medicham is everywhere right now, and in this match we were able to get the best of it. Really was coming down close there. I thought the Licky Tongue was going to be able to get another body slam, but no luck. Fortunately, we are able to now hop into the next one. We have a terrible lead here into Altaria, and we swap in Diggersby, and the reason that that's not as bad these days is because of Scorching Sands, the new move, and it now has access to that, which means it doesn't actually do too bad when it runs the double nuke, so you're fine running Hyper Beam since Scorching Sands is now a move. And for some reason they put in their Lantern against that. Lantern honestly got nerfed in the following update because Spark got higher damage but lower energy gain. Just not as good. The thing about Scorching Sands that I don't love as much is it makes me feel like Diggersby doesn't hit as hard. Obviously, it does a lot less damage than Earthquake though, so it does make sense, but it's also so sad that I don't get to see these huge nukes anymore, obviously, besides Hyper Beam. The Vigoroth's going to be throwing a couple of body slams here, but as a Serperior, we are able to definitely do well and tank those body slams, and here is what we tried to get from the very, very start. Our Steelix against their Altaria. It really doesn't matter what they throw, but in this scenario, I honestly would shield it. And the reason why is because this Pokemon already has 2 shields, this trainer, as well as us. So it's really going to be a fast move down. So having just that little bit extra more health would have made this less close than it was. But we still were able to squeak it out with a win, which is, of course, always the goal. Going up against another person here. Again, this is also in the ELO range, rank 17, so it's up there. I'm been kind of playing. Obviously, school has started again, so I have had a lot of responsibilities with that. We're gonna be going for the Frenzy Plant. The Frenzy Plant does not land, so we get the first shield, and I am gonna shield and respect a possible Hurricane, but they do just throw the Weather Ball. So I know this one though is too quick. It's just another Weather Ball, and this is one of the reasons I like Serperior. It's able to win these kind of neutral matchups and almost always get a shield advantage. Here is the biggest mistake that I will make in this video, hopefully. You see there, I threw the Aerial Ace when I had enough energy for the Frenzy Plant, Instead, because of that mistake, I'm going to have to eat a weather ball on my Steelix. Not the greatest feeling. They're going to do a quick swap into their own Steelix, and I wasn't honestly 100% sure on what I should have done here, so I decided to just throw the Earthquake. They end up throwing a move here. I know it's not the Earthquake, possibly a Crunch, but it is just the Breaking Swipes, which is perfect for me. They are completely loaded on Breaking Swipes, and this is what makes Steelix so frustrating to deal with. Even though this is an awesome matchup for Diggersby, I'm almost forced to throw the Scorching Sands because they could just keep debuffing me and doing that little bit of chip damage with the Dragon Tails and the Breaking Swipes. Now they're going to be bringing in their own Diggersby, which is very funny. They have almost an identical team to me, but instead of Serperior, they have a Pelipper. Look at how little those Scorching Sands are doing, and this is honestly the game that I lose, and that is for a very unfortunate reason. That reason being I end up not throwing and charging up to the Hyper Beam here, and they decide to try and catch at the exact same time that I try to catch. And unfortunately, even though I get the extra one there, they are going to be one mud shot ahead of me to the Hyper Beam. So they're going to end up winning that game, and it was really just down to one mud shot. I had a bad misplay in that game for me, not Frenzy planting the Pelipper when I had the energy. Again, a horrible lead here. I'm going to do the exact same thing that I did before, and I'm going to be bringing in Diggersby. I don't bring in the Steelix right away, and that's because I don't feel like it is the best matchup to have an Altaria against a Serperior and a Diggersby. So instead, I'm just gonna, unfortunately, who runs Hydro Pump these days? This is what I was thinking when I was doing these battles. Nobody runs freaking Hydro Pump these days. It's crazy. Like, I haven't seen a Hydro Pump in so long, but there it was. I'm going to throw the Frenzy Plant here, take them out. They're going to be bringing back in Altaria, and they are not swapping out of this matchup until they do. And they try to catch the Breaking Swipes on the Bastiodon, and that's exactly what they do. But this is a great matchup for Steelix, not so great for Bastiodon, and that is for one key reason: we have access to Earthquake. Now we are going to be throwing the Earthquake here. Most likely they are going to be shielding it, but they don't. Big Boom, you already know, we just absolutely rolled them with that. I do not know why they did not shield that. That was obviously going to be the Earthquake. No point in baiting in that scenario. Both shields up, got to just go for the Earthquake there. They did not believe I was going to do that. I'm just going to keep throwing these Breaking Swipes here and chip down. This is why Steelix is so annoying to go against. He just constantly has the Breaking Swipes, and that Dragon Tail damage does add up. They end up forfeiting the match, and we are going to be going into our last battle here. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that name. We get a Steelix on the lead. This is a pretty good lead in my opinion, but I do, again, make a misplay here. Not just throwing the Frenzy Plant right away. Now, I'm not 100% sure. I don't believe Steelix wins the CMP tie over Serperior here, but the Frenzy Plants do a ton of neutral damage. Obviously, you want to make sure you're throwing at optimal times, not letting them sneak through an entire Dragon Tail, but just one turn of a Dragon Tail. If you don't know, I probably have a guide somewhere on my channel if you want to learn a little bit more about how to play PV Poke, or Pokemon Go using PV Poke, that is. They're going to be throwing the Breaking Swipes, and that's why I made that misplay. Probably should have done the same thing, and here is where it's going to be just a very fun game here. They bring in the Umbreon. We know what this means. It's going to just be a chip battle, to say the least. They're going to be throwing their Foul Play. I'm going to be throwing the Breaking Swipes, which obviously debuffs them and does no damage because they are so tanky. Going to go for another Breaking Swipes here, and that's kind of what this match is going to be. Obviously, when you get some tanky Pokemon, not going to be the most fun gameplay to watch around. Good thing this is sped up. Honestly, if this was not sped up, I don't know how we would be suffering through this right now. This is one thing I want to highlight. My Steelix does not have the best IVs, so you know, you don't have to have great IVs to succeed in Pokemon Go PvP. I don't try to get the rank 1 every single time. I try to get the best rank I can, but if I'm not able to, just make a Pokemon. Ultimately, it doesn't make a huge difference. Usually it's only a 3 to 5% difference in the stat product, which obviously if you're going for rank 1 legend, you're going to want that, but most people aren't going to be doing that. We're going to be able to farm down their Toxapex, and this game is practically over. I don't know why people were not using their shields today. Use your shields, guys. They are very good for you. They are able to block damage. I don't know how else to sell them. They are very useful. We're going to be throwing the breaking swipes here. I don't think they're going to be shielding this one because they believe they have lost the game, which because they have. That's all I got for you guys today. I hope that you did enjoy the video. If you did, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.